This is the way God treats his children, no partiality, but at the same time, special. But what gets in the way of being a blessing is our expectations about wanting to be in the limelight and have unique notoriety above everyone else. There are some who don't feel special if they have to share the attention with others, as opposed to also celebrating their attendance. In Luke 14:8, Jesus tells a parable about a wedding feast where one guest comes in and sits down at a place of importance, probably the head table reserved for the wedding party, and ends up having to move in embarrassment when the person who's supposed to be sitting there shows up. It's like sitting down in first class on an airplane but having to move because you only have a coach fare seat. In this parable, Jesus says it's much better to come in and sit down in a less conspicuous place and have the host, when he arrives, invite you to the head of the table. Jesus' point was that humility is rewarded with favor, and the humble will eventually be exalted by God. This brings to mind Mark 10:31 when Jesus said, "The first shall be last, and the last shall be first." And of course Luke 9:24, it says, "Those who want to save their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will save it." This is the example that Jesus gave us when he, in his perfection, being without fault, was willing to be crucified on the cross for our sin, to then be exalted by his Father when the Holy Spirit rose him from the grave, conquering spiritual death for all of those who ask Jesus into their hearts.